are not going to talk about this chart today because this is not the most important chart of the day. That's why we're not going to talk about this chart today. The chart we are going to talk about is this chart over here, which shows the leverage. And the leverage is back. It's at a 1-year high. And it seems obvious that the market is over leveraged right now. So we're going to start seeing some volatility soon. With that said, I still think it's going to be alt season. So today we're going to be talking about the path to alt season, because I don't think it's going to be a straight up path. And then I'm going to show you one coin that may take you to retirement. Okay, so I'm going to show you one coin that may take you to retirement. Now, you know that I am a degen. You know I'm a Bitcoin degen, right? You know I'm a Polkadot degen. You know that. You know I'm a Cardano degen. You know I'm a full-on degen. I'm an Arweave degen. I'm a huge Arweave degen. I'm a massive Solana degen. But there's one coin that's going to get you into retirement in this bull market. And I'm going to show you which coin that is. Guess what coin it is? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, let's get this show on the road. I'm just checking on the Fantom chart because we know that right now in Abu Dhabi is the Fantom Developer Conference. And I'm kind of wondering to see when the good news is going to start coming out. Is there news that's going to come out? So today is the first day of the Fantom Developer Conference. Tomorrow, Freddie, tomorrow, what do you think we say? What do you say we get Harry on tomorrow? That we said we're going to get Freddie on, Harry on. Absolutely. Fred says absolutely. He said absolutely. He has no idea that he's on the screen. He's working from home. He has no idea that he's on the screen. No idea.
What's happening?
That awkward moment when you realize you're actually live. I love doing that. I love doing that to people. That All right, so we are going to get Harry on here before the end of the week. In fact, I think we're getting her tomorrow. Jimmy, are you paying attention to the
100%.
What did I just talk about?
Harry.
Okay, so we are going to get Harry on here tomorrow. We're going to talk about what's going on at the Fantom conference. I am still expecting a lot of news around Fantom, but today I'm going to talk to you about a whole lot of other altcoins. And I think we need to zoom out and actually realize where we are, because I think a lot of us have kind of lost perspective of where we're at. I do think we're going to get an alt season, but when I look at this chart over here, this chart worries me a bit. This leverage chart worries me a little bit. And that is because every single time that we get to a position where there's too much leverage in the market, we know what happens. And this leverage hand is actually, these leverage hands are actually retailers. And these retailers are coming in and taking leverage. And we know that when the leverage gets high, we know that this always falls into a heap. There's no doubt about that. This always falls into a heap. But there's so many predictions that are taking us up to alt season. I mean, if you look at Plan B today actually said, I wonder if I've actually got that tweet for you guys. I think Plan B, I said, he came out and he tweeted out today and he kind of said, Bitcoin bull market second leg has started. And you can see that historically when that happens, Bitcoin goes parabolic. So when I overlay this chart and this chart, and I say, okay, there's a lot of leverage, but at the same time, Plan B, who has been right multiple times, is actually expecting the market to continue to go up. So we've got to reconcile those two, and we've got to know how to trade those two. And then I'm going to show you the one altcoin that I think is going to be the winning altcoin that's going to get you into retirement. So if you're new to our channel, welcome, 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 welcome. You've come to the most profitable channel in crypto. We are going to retire together. As Therese says, everyone around us is making wife-changing money. Every single one of us. 3 people in the office have already changed their wives. One of them changed their wives. He doesn't have money, but he just had such a terrible wife, so he just changed it even without money. 2 others have made wife-changing money, and and they've changed their wives as well. So the whole Banter community is making wife-changing money. You have about 4 months to make this wife-changing money. So subscribe to our channel, like our content. When we get to 5,000 likes, I'm going to start doing giveaways. I have a great giveaway for you guys today. It's massive, huge, 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 huge. So what this is, it's the world's first DeFi-powered account, and it's called Scallop. Now, the reason why I'm so excited about this is because this is going direct onto KuCoin. You know what happens to IDOs that go direct onto KuCoin. They basically do 100x every single time. So I'm going to give away 20 times $100. Is that enough? That's enough. 20 times $100. I'm going to give away. That's $2,000. No, 20 more people must win, more people, and then that's going to do 100x. Then that means I'm going to give away $200,000. That's a lot of money to be giving away in one show. No other show in the world does that, not even BitBoy. Okay, the other thing I want to say to you guys is, how do I say this? Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you wanted to be in another country, you didn't want the hackers to know where you were, and you didn't want exchanges and IDOs to know where you were. Today's the last day that you can get this deal. So 2-year plan plus 4 months free. Today's the last day you can get that deal. If you hypothetically wanted to tell other people that you were in another country, say it was like for an IDO or an exchange, or you just didn't want to be hacked, you just didn't want people to know where you were, then you would get a VPN. And I'm not just saying this because there is a description link below, but I'm saying this because no matter whether you buy NordVPN, ExpressVPN, whatever VPN you want to buy, if you are in crypto, as a starting point, you need a VPN because the hackers want your money. The more money you have, the more the hackers want your money. And how do they hack you? Well, they start off by hacking into your IP address. Now, if you get a VPN, and I don't care whether you get this or any other VPN, but get yourself a VPN. We like this. We use NordVPN. It's $3.18 a month to protect yourself. Also, the exchanges don't know where you are coming from. Just do it. There's a description link below. Seriously, for $3.18 a month, no one knows where you are. You protect yourself from hacks. You protect yourself. And then you can even get into IDOs and you can even get into exchanges. But we would never do that. There's a good reason why we would never do that, because we're not allowed to say that on YouTube. So we would never encourage anybody to do things, to lie about where they're at. What else? I'm going to give away some BitDAO tokens. I'm going to give away 1,000 BitDAO tokens today to 10 people. That's $25,000. We should just do a show of giveaways. Just giveaways. Okay, Fred is shouting at me. He's saying, look, your shows are too long. You need to reduce the level of your show. So let's reduce the levels let's reduce the length of the show. Try to get these shows into 40 minutes. I've got a lot to say to you in those 40 minutes today. And what I'm going to say to you today is going to make you real money, because I think I'm onto something. I think I found the one coin that is going to do better in this parabolic bull run than any other altcoin. It's as simple as that. I'm going to show you why I think it's going to happen. And I think I'm going to show you why it's going to happen right now as opposed to in the future. So you need to listen carefully. That coin is coming up at the end. I do want to just take stock of where we are, because I think we are losing perspective. Everybody is calling for a parabolic bull market. I'm also calling for a parabolic bull market, but I think that we need to zoom out, and I think we need to understand where we are so that we can plan accordingly. I want to show you a few charts which will give you an idea of what I'm seeing. So you got the market cap at $2.6 trillion. The market cap has been as high as $2.75 trillion. I want to just remind you that if you go back just over a year, you go back to the 16th of March, 2020, the market cap was $138 million. So the total crypto market cap has already 20x'd in the last 15 months. We have $236 billion locked up in DeFi And if I take you back 1 year in DeFi, I don't even think that there was $20 billion locked in DeFi. So we've come a hell of a long way. We also have 2 approved Bitcoin futures ETF. We have the ProShares Bitcoin futures ETF. That ETF has a net asset value of $1.23 billion. So we have $1.23 billion of institutional capital locked up in a Bitcoin futures ETF. You have the Valkyrie ETF, which just started trading, so not a lot locked up, about 80 million locked up. I think this one's going to start getting quite aggressive. What you are also seeing is that the Bitcoin futures, which is an indication of leverage and also an indication of institutional interest, is now getting to an all-time high. So the Bitcoin futures, as you can see, are getting to an all-time high. What's causing this all-time high? Well, of course, institutional interest in crypto causing an all-time high. And also, you see this little pink one over here, this pink, red, whatever you want to call it. Guys don't really see colors very well, but you see this pink thing over here. This is the total CME interest. And if you look at this chart, you can see that the pink is actually growing faster than any of the other ones. The reason why that's happening is because that's the CME. And remember that all the ETFs are currently buying the CME Bitcoin futures. So this pink one is getting institutions in, and the futures interest, the open interest, is going to start going up. And that shows that the institutions are flying into Bitcoin. So that's where we are. We have a market cap of 2.7 trillion. We have $240 billion locked in Bitcoin, in DeFi. You have the futures exploding. You also have Mastercard. Now, I want to remind you that Mastercard was actually against crypto 24 months ago. 24 months ago, Mastercard came out and said they were against Bitcoin and crypto. Now they seem to be in this competition with Visa. Mastercard and Visa competing to see who can be more crypto. I mean, it's unbelievable. First they said they'll never do crypto. Now they're competing to see who is more crypto. Mastercard says any bank or merchant on its vast network can soon offer crypto services. Mastercard, the same people that were against crypto. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You got retail coming in like absolute degens trying to come here and get money into it. You got the Canadian Bitcoin ETF buying Bitcoin again. So that means retail again flowing into Bitcoin in Canada, buying the Canadian ETF. You see that the Canadian ETF is starting to accumulate again, or starting to buy again. You have Plan B saying that we are now getting into the second leg of the bull market. So remember, the bull market kind of has 2 legs. 1, take a break. 2, and then if you look at the 2013, after the halving, the 2013 bull market, that's the turquoise line over here. Then you have the blue line, less aggressive, but much longer. Then you have the red line, which is going to be probably a little bit less aggressive, but much longer. And it could take us, I mean, if you extrapolate these charts, we're talking about another 6 to 8 months of a parabolic bull market before we actually start coming down. That's what Plan B says. Then you've got Birb, who says that, CryptoBirb, who's our good friend, who says that Bitcoin, $100,000, is actually going to come a lot sooner than we expected. So hold on tight. You have all these positive things happening. You even have Tesla hinting that they may actually buy Bitcoin again, or that they may actually start accepting Bitcoin again. So it's like everything is happening all at once. And it feels like crypto is really taking over the world. Like, it just feels like we're in this point where there is aggressive crypto adoption, and this aggressive crypto adoption is actually taking over the world. Who would have thought that crypto would have held up a vote in the Senate? Who would have thought a few years ago that crypto would become an issue that voters are willing to vote against and are willing to do this in mass? Now, I don't know if you guys saw, but Brian Armstrong had a tweet today. And in his tweet, he spoke about XRP. The Ripple case seems to be the Ripple case seems to be going better than expected. Meanwhile, the SEC is realizing that attacking crypto is politically unpopular because it actually harms consumers. The irony is that the people that they're supposedly protecting are the ones that are attacking the SEC. Now, he gets this from an article in Forbes. And that's the article in Forbes, which doesn't look like an article at all, actually. It just looks like a piece of code. This is a great read. So basically, it doesn't work. But this article, let's try click it again. We'll give Forbes a chance. Forbes, this is very bad because I'm using this in a live show. So what this article says, I didn't actually read the article, but I kind of understand it. No, I did read the article. So what the article says is that the XRP army is now attacking the SEC, and they're attacking them through formal letters. They're attacking them through response on comments. And what the SEC is fast realizing is that it may not be such a good idea to attack crypto projects because it's making the SEC unpopular with the voters. And those voters are specifically the same people that they are actually supposed to be protecting. So what we're realizing is that this crypto movement is actually gaining a hell of a lot of momentum. And whereas before in 2013, in 2014, it was just a few people. In 2017, there were quite a lot of us, but not enough to actually gain any kind of momentum, or certainly not enough to threaten any government institution. We're now at a point where crypto is starting to take over the world. The crypto movement is actually getting network effect. And you know what they say, that the only thing that can stop network effects once it starts, and it's not about stopping network effects, it's about stopping how fast this crypto network is growing. So it's not about stopping the existing network, but the network is growing and growing and growing so fast. And there's only three things that can stop it. Technological failure ain't gonna happen. 10 times better technology than crypto ain't gonna happen. And government intervention ain't gonna happen. Because right now, the more people that are joining crypto, the more votes are becoming centered around the issue of crypto. And if any government in the world tries to ban crypto, then that government is risking their future votes. So the movement is actually gaining network effect. What we're not seeing, and we haven't seen for a long time, is we haven't seen any companies buy crypto and put it on their balance sheet. I don't know if you remember, but we had Michael Saylor doing it, we had Tesla doing it, we had Square doing it, but for a long time, we haven't actually seen any companies putting crypto on their balance sheet. And that's not gonna happen for a long time, and I'll tell you why. Because the way that the law is currently in the United States is that if the value of Bitcoin goes down, the company has to account for those losses, even though they don't sell the Bitcoin. But if the value of the Bitcoin goes up, the company can't write up the value of the Bitcoin. It's crazy. It's the way that the US law is structured. It's terrible. And that is right now stopping American companies specifically from putting more Bitcoin on their balance sheet. So that's the one negative. The other negative for me, it's not a real negative, it's just part of the market cycle, is this. This is what it is. It's what Will Clemente says, and it says, please, could you stop leverage longing the dip? Because the leverage is back. The apes are back. The leverage is back. The leverage is back it's at a year high. We showed you this chart yesterday, which shows you the leverage, which is blue. Now look, the last time that leverage was this high was a long time ago, a hell of a long time ago. I can't even see it on this chart. It was in April. That was when the leverage was so high. The one saving grace that we've got is that people are not aping in, because you can see that the funding rates are still not as high as they were in April. So let me take you back to April. You can see that here the funding rate got very, very, very high. The funding rate represents the rate at which people are borrowing money to leverage into trades. And when there's a lot of people who want to leverage into trades, the funding rate or the leverage goes up. And so right now, even though we are high, we're not at an all-time high, but that does say to me that we could be expecting some kind of correction. And we could be expecting some kind of correction pretty soon in the Bitcoin market. We could be expecting a correction. So right now, I wouldn't be aping into any tokens. I would be buying tokens that were cheap, but I wouldn't be aping into anything, because I do think that we're going to get some kind of leverage shakeout. I don't know when it's going to come. It could come today, tomorrow, in a week, in a month. But be careful. Now is not the time to follow the herd, the retail crowd that are coming in here and trying to make money. Now is the time where we have to be smart. We have to anticipate an altcoin bull market. We have to start positioning ourselves in such a way that we're ready to press the trigger. But I wouldn't be pressing the trigger right now. I'd be waiting. I'd be waiting for this leverage to be shaken out of the market. You can dollar cost average. It's great. You can dollar cost average. I think that's a very good strategy. But if you want to time the market, then now is not the best time to be buying. Now is the best time to be sitting on your hands. Patience in this game is always rewarded. Every single time, patience is rewarded. Today, put up my cashometer. Let's see my cashometer. Cashometer should be at like 18%. Let's see where it is. Do we have a cashometer? Okay, I think my cashometer is at about 18% or 17% or somewhere there. I am slowly trying to get my cashometer to 20. And if the market even continues to run, I'm going to try and get 20%, 25% of my portfolio into cash. And then when the market crashes, and I promise you it's going to come, I'm going to ape in, because I think that in a bull market, the recovery is very, very quick. I think we're going to have a super, super, super quick recovery. So we're going to have a crash, and then we're going to have a super, super, super quick recovery. And that's when you got to have your finger on the trigger. You got to have cash, and you got to be ready to buy. You got to be ready to buy. And I think because we're degens, we're not going to buy Bitcoin. We're not going to buy Bitcoin. We're going to be buying altcoins. So the question is, which altcoins should you be buying? And I think the next part of the show is going to be dedicated to degening. We're a degen station. We should just degen. So let's degen. Let's degen. Okay, so when we talk about degen, see, I like Nelson. Nelson, you get yourself $100 of Scallop X, because Nelson is a degen. He's a degen. Yeah, he's a degen. Do you have the cashometer? No, how are we going to get the shirt to him? We're not going to be able to get the shirt to him. Okay, so let's degen a little bit. I think the first part of the degen is Fantom. We know that there is a developer conference going on, and the price is up to 327. I'm still calling this one up. Now, I'm not telling you guys to buy it. I'm not telling you guys to buy it now, because I think you've missed the majority of the pump. But I am telling you that I think it's still a good buy. And I think long-term, Fantom actually can get to $10, like Harry said. But I wouldn't buy it now. I'd wait for a pullback. I still think it's going to go up, but right now, the risk-reward, not in our favor. Not in our favor. Not in our favor. I did show you yesterday, for those who paid attention. I know Jimmy didn't pay attention. Let's just quickly find. Jimmy, what did we talk about yesterday?
3 things. I can't really remember. I know one of them was Thor. One of them was Rune.
Jimmy, you need to do comprehension skills.
No, yeah.
Okay, Clayton, could you please come here? Clayton, what did we talk about yesterday?
We spoke about Fantom.
We spoke about Fantom. What else did we speak about?
We spoke about how you can invest and get TShares, etc.
You see, Clayton pays attention. So Clayton is going to make wife-changing money.
Thank you.
But Jimmy's not paying attention. Okay, so we did say that. We spoke about Fantom and TShares. Now, I want to quickly go through this for you guys. Again, for those of you who missed the morning show, it's very easy. You buy Fantom, right? You stake your Fantom, and you stake it with Tomb. Now, Tomb is pegged to Fantom, so that means that the two of them should trade together. They don't have to be pegged, but they are a pegged protocol. You get 268% APR for staking them, but you don't get your APR in Fantom. You get your APR in TShares. So then you go to TShares in the masonry, and you stake your TShares at 340%, and you get more Tomb. And then the Tomb that you get, you stake, and you get more Tomb. You stake them at 268%, and you get more TShares. Now, yesterday, I told you guys that this was a taxed coin. In other words, you pay tax every time you sell a token. I found out subsequently that that's not the case. There is no more tax on selling TShares and Tomb. There is no more tax, which means that now this fucking APR is so high. The only risk is that TShares and Tomb lose their peg. That's the only risk. It can happen. It has happened before. But otherwise, if this actually works and this continues, you're making so much money, because You're staking a Fantom, you're getting 268%. Then you're taking what you get, which is TShares, and you're getting 340% on TShares. But then the price of TShares, with the more people that stake, the price of TShares just shoots up because TShares grows the more people stake. So this, I mean, if you look at TShares, it's up in the last 14 days, just 14 days. It's up from $600 to $4,000. You understand how much money you can make by holding Fantom. Fantom goes up, stake. But remember, if the peg breaks, then you're screwed. So be careful. You've got to be careful. There is a risk to this. I did tell you yesterday that there is a risk to this. Okay, so that is Fantom. And the reason why the Fantom price is going up is because it's undervalued and because there is a developer conference going on right now. Now, Jimmy, question. What is the next developer conference that's happening? I'll give you. It's happening in Lisbon between the 7th and the 11th of November. Jimmy, what is the developer conference that's happening there?
It's just multiple choice.
No, you have to give an answer. Clayton. What's happening?
Solana.
Solana, we all going. Yeah, can I have my Solana shirt, please?
I wasn't even invited.
We're going to Lisbon.
Let's find a Solana.
It's purple. It's the purple one. No, that's the polka dot one.
Oh.
No, not that one.
Oh, under pressure.
That's Arweave.
Oh my God.
That's Cardano.
Ah.
Okay. I made this shirt for the Solana conference, you see? That's the Banter DGen Solana shirt. Now, today I'm wearing a different shirt, which will give you a clue about what we're talking about. But what's going to go up next? Because before the developer conference, what happens? The token starts to run because they're expecting huge announcements at the developer conference. And what's happening to Solana? Oh, surprise. Who would have thought that Solana would just go up 2 weeks before the developer conference? No one could ever have predicted this. No one. You know what else no one could have predicted? I'll tell you what else no one else could have predicted. And believe me, no one in the world could have predicted this. No one could have predicted that Saber would explode because the bees forgot about Saber. No one in the world could have predicted this. It is impossible to predict something so far in advance. No one in the world will predict that next week, mango markets on Solana, which has been neglected by the bees, no one in the world will be able to predict that since the bees left over here and the price went down, no one will predict that before the Solana conference, it's going to go up. Except us. No one. Also, no one could have predicted a while ago, no one would have told you to get into Aldrin DEX. No one in the world would have told you to buy RIN, except people that maybe knew that it is getting audited. And if it's getting audited, all the institutional capital is going to start going into which exchange? The audited exchange. So no one in the world could have predicted this. No one could have predicted this punt. It would have been impossible. It would have been absolutely impossible. And in 5 days, because that is when 4 days actually now, it's 5 days. Aldrin Exchange is launching the AMM within 6 days. And then you know what's going to happen? Moon. Now we're going to see if it's already run. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the market cap. 33 million. Does that sound like a token that's run? Fred, over to you. Multiple choice. Your choices are A, it sounds very expensive. B, it sounds like there's a lot of upside. What do you think the answer is?
There is so much upside that I'm actually going to go change my underwear.
It's A or B, bro.
B.
Okay. Jimmy, A or B? Has Aldrin run too fast or is there still upside? Jimmy, you can do this one.
B.
Jimmy.
Jimmy got one right, guys. Jimmy got one right. Okay, good. Keep paying attention, Jimmy. That's how you'll make life-changing money. Okay. So that is what I think. I think Mango Markets, I think Aldrin, be careful of Aldrin because it could have run, but I think it might still run even more. But keep watching Solana, but also keep watching the market because if the market comes down, Solana is going to come down. That's just how it works. Okay, I have to move quickly now. The next one that I want to talk to you about is not this one. It's not this one. It is this one. This is the one I want to talk to you about. Avalanche. Avalanche has passed Bitcoin in terms of TPS, so it's doing more than the transactions that Bitcoin is actually doing. It's not that Avalanche can do much more, but right now it's doing as many transactions as Bitcoin, as the entire Bitcoin network is doing. Watch Avalanche. Why? Because I did have a tweet about this somewhere. Avalanche's current cumulative number of addresses, there are 500,000 people using Avalanche. The transactions, 17 million, that doesn't matter. The number of active addresses in the chain has reached a new high. Now, this is where it becomes interesting. Close to 70,000, which means a weekly increase of more than 100x. Why is this so important? Because what it means is that people are starting to use Avalanche and to learn how to use Avalanche. And when people start learning how to use the DEXs on Avalanche, like Joe, like other DEXs, then they will start buying the Avalanche coins because the Avalanche coins aren't listed on Coinbase. And I keep saying this to you guys. You want to make money on a coin, you just make sure that it's not listed on Coinbase, Binance, Huobi. It's all these Solana coins, Avalanche coins, near protocol coins. Those aren't listed on major exchanges. And because they're not listed on major exchanges, the public, the bees aren't in there. So if you buy a coin like Saber or Mango Markets, which is actually not listed anywhere, then what happens when they're listed on Coinbase? Jimmy, what happens when those listed on Coinbase? That's 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Okay, so that's Avalanche. Don't sleep on Avalanche. One that we did miss, and I don't think that you guys should get into this one if you missed it. I think now it might be a little bit late, is Near Protocol. They announced an $800 million development grant program. So $800 million development grant, which is like huge. But then when you read deeper into this article, what you realize is that the investors here, let me find out who the investors are. Coinbase Ventures, A16Z, which is Andreessen, and Pantera, and Y Combinator. So you see where the smart money is going. Andreessen is investing in layer ones. They invested in Avalanche. They invested in Oasis Labs. They invested in Near Protocol. You see. So there's still money in the layer ones. I must say, though, I don't know if I would be investing in Near. I think you may have missed the pump. I think rather wait for it to come down. And yeah, that's what I think. What's up, Fred? Sorry? Oh, okay. I mustn't forget that Cheds is coming on my show. Okay, that's great. That's amazing. So all those altcoins are amazing, right? They're all like amazing altcoins. But there is one altcoin which I think is going to blow all of those altcoins out the water. I really do. I think that there is one altcoin. This is the one altcoin. If you just put up that tile again, just put up the tile, the show tile. You see, I kind of gave it away here because I said there's one retirement coin. There's like one, and it's yellow. So you see there's one retirement coin and it's yellow. You can see I gave it away in the show tile. And I'm going to explain to you why I think that this coin is the coin that you really need to have in this bull market. So I'm going to start off with a thesis because you know me, I like theses. Theses. So what is the thesis? The thesis is that there are two financial systems. There is the legacy financial system, which is powered by things like US dollar, central banks, and stuff like that. And then there is the new financial system, which is the blockchain, which is blockchain, internet, magic money, right? So the bridge between the old financial system and the new financial system is stablecoins. In order to take money from the old financial system and migrate your money from the old financial system to the new financial system, you need stablecoins. You need to be able to take US dollars. You need to be able to send your US dollars from the old financial system to the new financial system. And the only way to do that is by using USDT or USDC. So you take your US dollars, you deposit them into an exchange and you buy USDT or USDC. It's a bridge. If you think of dollar-backed stablecoins are actually just a bridge between the old financial system and the new financial system. That's all they are. And for the last long while, and probably for the foreseeable future, it's a very, very, very important piece. Because if you can't bring money from the old system to the new system, then you can't grow the new system. And so fundamentally, stablecoins are an absolutely, absolutely important part of the blockchain adoption. We won't need them in the future, but for now, they are a fundamental part of blockchain adoption. And what you'll realize is, let me show you this. So if you look at this, you look at the stablecoins by market capitalization, you realize that Tether has a market cap of $70 billion. USDC has $32 billion. Binance USD has $12 billion. Between the two of them, between the three of these, they've got about $120 billion in market cap, $124 billion in market cap. Now, that keeps going up as more people start coming into crypto. More people start coming into crypto, more stable coins, because they're bringing money from the old legacy system and they're bridging it onto the new system. Okay, but the problem with these stable coins, as important as they are not stable coins. Stable coins are securities. Yes, I said it. Stable coins are securities. Like it or not, stable coins are backed not by US dollars, because none of the stablecoin providers actually keep the money in US dollars in a bank account. They actually invest the stablecoins. When you buy stablecoins, Tether takes the money that you give them and they don't keep it in US dollars in a bank account, but they invest it. They invest it in bonds, stocks, whatever else. And theoretically, the price of the stablecoin actually fluctuates or should fluctuate with the assets that back it. If there is a financial meltdown in the world today and Tether holds 70% in company bonds or mortgages, then the value of the USDT stablecoin is going to go down to zero. Or not down to zero, but it's going to go down a lot. And that is a massive, massive, massive threat to the crypto ecosystem. And so Gary Gensler is actually right. And you'll never hear me say that ever again. Okay, but USDC and USDT and any dollar-backed stablecoin is now becoming a target by the SEC. The SEC has also now got a, oh God, now you tell me that I've run out of my free, God, goodness gracious, what a terrible thing. Okay, so let's try that again, but I think it's going to block me again because I'm using a VPN. Okay, but I'll tell you, I mean, I didn't read this article, but I'll tell you what it's about. No, I did. So what's happening here is that the SEC have now got a path to start regulating these stablecoins. And it looks like they're going to make the stablecoin issuers like banks. They're going to have to award them with licenses. And they're going to start regulating stablecoins. Now, the extreme version of that is that they start regulating stablecoins like securities, which means that before you hold the stablecoin or transfer it, you're going to need a KYC. So where am I going with this? Whereas in the past, the USDC and USDT stablecoin was the most important vehicle in the world to keep the to get more people onto the crypto ecosystem and to keep the stability of the ecosystem, that has to change. And it's going to change very, very quickly. Because if the SEC pass regulation and they sell and they make stablecoins a security, we're all going to sell our stablecoins. Now, when you sell your stablecoins, you've got two options. You can sell them and buy tokens. So if I believe that if there's any litigation brought against USDT and USDC, the Bitcoin price and all crypto prices will explode because people will trade out of the stablecoin into assets, any asset, just to get out of the fucking shitcoin US dollar stablecoin. Okay? But now, we actually have a much better option. We have a stablecoin that is pegged to the US dollar, but not backed to the US dollar. It's backed by an algorithm. And that is what you call a seniorage coin. And the best seniorage coin, which we've spoken about many, many, many times, is of course is of course Luna or the Terra stablecoin that they issue. I don't think that USDT is a threat to the crypto market right now. Not as big as a threat as it was in 2017. But I do think that regulation is coming. And I think when regulation comes, you're either going to have to jump into other tokens, which will drive the market up, or you're going to have to jump into other stablecoins. And when you jump into other stablecoins, you're going to put your money into UST. Because UST is decentralized. It's not backed by actual US dollars, but it is pegged to US dollars. And it is pegged through a genius mechanism with Terra and Luna. The more Terra stable coins that get issued in any currency, the more Luna gets burnt. So here's where the magic happens. When you use USD and USDT and USDC, the more you use it and the more you buy it and the more your friends buy it and the more of your assets you hold in that, the more shitcoin you're holding. You're just holding more shitcoin. You don't do anything to the value of the asset. But with Terra, there's a trick. Because if you buy Luna first, so you buy Luna first, and then all you do is just trade out of every single one of your USDT and USDC and just trade into UST. By doing that, they have to burn more Luna. And after the Columbus 5 upgrade, those Luna are burnt forever. So that means that if everybody just traded their USDC and USDT into Luna, which I think is pretty logical, because why would you want to hold a coin that is going to become a security, definitely, or their issuers are going to be regulated by the bank? If you look at the market cap of Luna now, it's $2.7 billion. Okay? Now, imagine that $70 billion and $30 billion, or maybe just 70, or maybe just half of 70, $35 billion, flows into UST. And a lot of exchanges are now starting to increase or to start UST trading pairs. So you got all this UST, and every time that this UST gets minted, Luna gets burnt. So what do? You buy Luna, you transfer all your holdings into UST. Don't do all because you've got to diversify. And I think that Luna wins or Terra wins the stable coin race. I don't think it's going to be DAI, I think it's going to be Luna. And when that happens, if you're holding UST and you're holding Luna, you actually get to benefit. Now, this is one of the most vibrant ecosystems in the whole of crypto. I don't have to tell you how vibrant this ecosystem is. You can have a look over here. Now, this guy gets it. Okay, I don't know who he is, but he gets it. The market cap of, so let's just look at this. The first thing is there was another guy who got it. I want to just find the other guy who got it. There were two guys that got it. Let me find you the two guys that got it. No, it's not him. He didn't get it. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so this store bull gets it. And then the market cap multiple on Luna right now at 1.73 times total value locked is well below the other top quality chains. So if you look at the market value, the total value locked to market cap, right now Luna is the one that is the most undervalued. But Luna is also the one which is starting to develop at an unbelievable pace. It hasn't developed at an unbelievable pace because they were waiting for a network upgrade. But now the network upgrade's happened, and there are over 150 projects right now in development today. Here they are. Terra is only a handful of active protocols today, a fraction of the other chains, but there are more than 150 protocols from DeFi to NFT to social games that are being launched or are announced to be launched. Here they are. Okay, you can see this. You can go to the tweet from @ZEBEDIAHRISE. Don't even ask me to pronounce that. But he gets it because there are 150 protocols that are about to launch. When these protocols launch, what happens? More UST is created because this whole system is powered by UST. Therefore, more Luna is burnt. And the cycle is irreversible after Columbus 5, which means number go up. Okay, Terra has been on an island with a narrow bridge to the rest of the cryptoverse, but remember what I told you the other day. Wormhole opened UST to Solana, Binance, Ethereum. The other bridge, the IBC bridge, opened it to Cosmos, and Cardano Swap and Cardano.io to Cardano Swap and Polkadot. Yes, yes. So lots of bridges to lots of other ecosystem. And today, Luna is a significant part of the Cosmos ecosystem because it's built on Cosmos SDK. So remember that they also do stable coins in many different currencies. So it's UST, there's a Korean UST, etc. You have Anchor Protocol, which is a DeFi protocol, which has $5 billion of total value locked, earning 20%. I don't know, where else can you earn 20% on US dollar stable coins? Nowhere. $5 billion locked. Donkey Finance. You can't earn it on Donkey Finance. Clever man. Mirror Protocol, synthetic assets. Anyway, long story short, there is a lot of good stuff happening on Luna. I think people are going to move out of USD and USDT and USDC because I think that the SEC is eventually going to regulate them, and the SEC is actually right. And then I think we're all going to be faced with two choices. Dump our USDT and USDC and move into tokens, driving the market up, or putting our money into a stable coin because we don't want to be in the market. And I don't know about you, but the stable coin that I'm going to put my money into is Luna, is Terra, not any other stable coin. Now, remember also that when you stake your Luna in the Terra Station wallet, just by holding it, you get airdrops of every single project that is launching on the ecosystem. Big motherfucking airdrops, huge motherfucking, not small airdrops that are worth nothing, lots of big airdrops. So that is why I'm wearing my Luna Degen shirt today. But I am a slut because tomorrow I'll wear another shirt. Tomorrow I'll do another show, I'll wear another shirt. But I have one. I am a Luna Degen, and I'm also I think I like this one a lot. This one, I like the color of it. I think it's going to be a good shirt. Come on, bro. I can see you wearing this, Freddie. I can see you wearing a shirt like this. Don't you think so? I can probably put it over right now. And now you're mocking the size. Put it over your right arm. Anyway, you got it? That's all I wanted to tell you. That's really all I wanted to tell you today. I want to give away some giveaways now, and I know we have 5,000 likes because someone told me. Remember, if you don't have an account at Bybit, every day, all you need to do is open an account. You just need to put money into it. You don't have to trade. I'm not asking you to degen. I'm not asking you to do anything. All I'm saying is open the fucking account. Put money in. Do not trade. Do not do anything. And I'm going to start giving away money. I can't do it today because I don't have the updated list. Or do I? Let's see. Let me see if I have an updated list for you guys. Oh, I have a list. Oh, very good. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to start giving away. Let me give away 1,000 BitDAO tokens, and then I'm going to give away the other giveaway. So the people that get 1,000 BitDAO tokens into their account today are user number 9383505. You get 1,000 BitDAO tokens. 7741645. You're going to get a deposit into your account. I just want to show you something. 7741645 deposited 20 cents into their account. 20 cents. Let me show you. Let me try and zoom in. Look, dude deposited 19 cents into his account. No joke. 19 cents the guy's got in his account. $6, $8. Let's check. 9391682. You win yourself $2,200 for putting $8 into your account. Just fucking put. It's so simple to win money in the show. It really is. Exactly. The dollar cost average over 4 hours. Okay, now quickly, let's give away Scallop. Oh, okay, let's get Cheds on the show. Cheds is doing his show tonight. He's doing his show tonight instead of Thursday because he's away this weekend. Mr. Cheds, what's on the show tonight, brother man?
Rand, that was awesome. Want to say thank you guys. Hit subscribe, hit like. We have a great guest tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about the fundamentals. We're going to share some wisdom from the trading book. Tonight's lesson is about emotional mindfulness. And guys, if you go ahead on the Banter YouTube, go to playlists, hit Trading Wisdom. There's a whole collection of those shows already for you. Check those out. We're going to add another one tonight. It will be episode 8. It's going to be in about 5 hours on the Crypto Banter YouTube channel. 6 hours.
6 hours to go. See you later, Big Cheds.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, let's give away 5 Scallop $100 that's going to become gazillionaires. Let's do it. Jordan Pastor, you win 1. Jordan Pastor, come on, Jordan Pastor. This show has taught me everything I know. Adam Hafta, you win $100. Yeah, this one, yeah. Devin Ebersons, love scallops. Hopefully I win some to snack on. You win, $100. Okay, Twitch Gazillionaire is here. Crypto Pharaoh, he wins that. Okay, that's enough for today. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Be careful out there because I am worried. I did tell you I'm worried about the leverage in the market. Be careful of the leverage in the market. Don't ape in, Banter fam. There's nothing to ape into except maybe one of the two that I gave you on the show. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, trade well, my friends. I tried to keep the show under 50 minutes, under 40 minutes. It's just impossible. It's impossible. There's so many people. I mean, look at the super chats here. Jason Stewart.
Coty's breaking up.
New anime.
Who's breaking?
Coty.
Or Coty make a breakout.
Very
Coty,
nice.
quickly. Let's put up the chart.
Okay, I'm on the charts. Look here, I've got this.
No, put up the chart.
No, it's breaking out. Here we go. It's this. If you go, it is